Well, hello, Stampers. It's the Pampered Stamper. Happy Wednesday to you. Wednesday means it's stamping through my stash. So I tried to ink up a new stamp set that I hasn't seen ink before because that's a great way to get to know your stamp set and to get your creative juices flowing. Now, I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada and in Europe. So if you live in Canada, you can shop with me. And if you live in any of the countries in Europe where Stampin' Up! Sells supplies, you can order from me here as well. So I'm really happy about that, and I hope to hear from you. So let's get started. Today I'm going to be sharing garden birdhouses with you. So what you see here is a whole array of blends that I am going to be using to color these birdhouses. So I I probably, I kind of forgot that I'm supposed to be stamping all the stamps in this set. So I'm first going to start with the birdhouses. We're going to color them, we're going to make the card, and then I'll stamp the rest of the stamps for you so you can see what they look like. Does that sound like a plan? Let me just zoom out a little bit so you can see the whole thing. There we go. So it's a great set, and today I'm going to combine it with a Celebration set. Now, Celebration is over, but maybe you did get this set. I ran out of time to do all my videos. It was in English, and it's also available in Dutch. If you still want a Dutch stamp set, message me, and we'll see what we can do. I'd love to strike a deal with you. All right. First, the birdhouses. So I'm going to move my beautifully arrayed blends out of the way. We're going to have our Stamparatus, my favorite tool, and I have a scrap of white that I'm just going to use for my birdhouses. So this is a photopolymer stamp set. I'm going to just lay them all out like so, and then we're going to color them all at the same time. Well, one at a time, but and you know what? While I have them here, I'm going to use as many as I can. There's also these birds. See, we might as well stamp those. There's 3 birds and some flowers, but we'll do the flowers later. Give it a good firm press. And the paper, see, it's really important with the Stamparatus that your paper is always tight and square in the corner. Okay, we're going to use Memento ink. Memento is the one that you want to use when you're using blends. I have loved this stamp set ever since I first saw it in the catalog, and it's actually shocking that it's taken me this, oh, what the heck? Oh, my magnet is in the way. Can't stamp on top of your magnet. That doesn't work very well. There. We could give that one more layer of ink. There we go. All right, we've got some beautifully dark birdhouses. Now we're going to color them in blends. I love blends. Blends make me happy. They color so beautifully. I'm going to start with my light pool party. And there we go. Maybe we should zoom in a little bit so you can see better. I just have to remember to make sure that I don't have as much space to move around in. So we're going to start with the one on the far right, and I'm going to color in, I'm just using one color, the light pool party. And then I'm going to combine it with crumb cake. And we're going to use the dark and the light. So I want to show you the blends that you don't have to use both at the same time. You can use them separately. So there's a fine tip and a brush tip. I'm using the brush tip here, doing this a little bit darker. And I'm doing the bottom a little bit darker. Now there are no dies to go with these, but you know what? They're very simple to cut out. So I'm just doing the bones of this in the dark. And then I'm filling it in with the light. And you hardly have to, you don't put any pressure on at all, just a very light touch. and it's an alcohol marker, and it just goes so smoothly. Now, if you wanted to add a little bit of contrast, you could go with the dark. See, so I'm just going to go in like so along the edge here. And you can see how that just gives a bit of a darker look, but I don't want to leave it like that. So then I take the light again and go over top and just blend it in. And then you won't see that dark line. There. So that's the first one. And the second one, I want to go with a soft suede on the top. We're going to go with the dark, and it says right on there, see, dark soft suede. I'm using the fine tip, and I'm just going to go along the shingles a little bit like this, nothing fancy, and along the edge here. I love birdhouses. I love birds. They make me happy. They really relax me. Watching birds, I'm always reminded, the Bible tells us that God takes care of the sparrows, and that he knows whenever one of them falls to the ground. And how much more doesn't he care for us? And that just makes me so happy. Okay, now on the bottom, I'm going to just add a little bit like so. And then for the house itself, I thought it would be fun to go with Night of Navy along the edge here. Oh, I kind of went a little wiggly. Well, when we cut it out, it won't matter so much because then I can cut it straight. There. Isn't that nice? I love these colors. All right. I hope you're not too bored watching this. You know, watching other people color maybe isn't all that exciting. But while you guys are watching this, I will be enjoying Canada with Gerard. So I've done a little bit of work ahead so that I don't have to interrupt our time together in Canada, because of course we want to catch up as much as we can with our family. And I'm taking Gerard skiing in Mont Tremblant, which is in Quebec. And I'm hoping to share pictures with you. Oh, you know what? I need to do one more thing here. I love the combination of the browns, like the soft suede and the crumb cake with the navy and with the pool party. There we go. And now we'll fill in the rest with the pool party. I'm going to go in a little bit of dark along the edges. And then I'll just go in dark here. And then we'll go with the light and blend it in a little bit. I'm going in little circular motions to try to blend it a bit. Yeah, that worked well. There. And now the last one, I'm going to go with crumb cake, which I haven't used yet. I'm going to go with the light crumb cake on the, I have used it, I lied. I used it right here. How did I forget? I'm just going to go in here. See? And you can just go right over top of the lines. You don't have to go like this very carefully. I'm going all matchy-matchy with my birdhouses. They're all going to hang from a tree and look really cute together. And then a little light pool party door. And a dark crumb cake base here. It's coloring is really therapeutic. It takes your mind off of things. If there's anything wrong with you, you'll forget as you color. You'll just kind of get lost in it. That's why coloring is great. When you give teachers that have a crazy class, if they get the kids to color, they just calm right down. Everybody focuses, goes into their own little world. There. And as adults, I think it's great to discover your inner child. Take time to play. Okay, now we're going to go with the light Night of Navy. And there. If you've never tried blends, I highly recommend them. Even at the highest compliment I ever had, well, not the highest ever, but was at a class that I did for blends back in Chatham. And someone came to the class who hated coloring, never liked it. And she came to this class and she said, you know what? This was amazing. I love it. And she bought a whole pile of blends. There. And now, if you want to change it even more, you can add a color lifter or whatnot. But let's take a look. Okay, so now we're going to make our card. Are you ready? We have a Night of Navy base. So you're going to have an 8.5. It's 11 inches by 4.25 inches, scored at 5.5. Or for the European, it's 11 3/4 inches, scored at, I think, and I'm mixing up inches and centimeters. It's scored at 14.8 centimeters, and it's by 10.5 centimeters. Okay. Craziness, I know. Okay, so we're going to go back to our Stamparatus, and this piece is just 1/8 of an inch smaller. Let me double check that, make sure I'm not lying to you. So this one is 10 centimeters by 14.3 centimeters, or it would be 4 inches by 5.25. And I'm just going to move this. We need our Stamparatus. And I have to take all my stamps off of that. Okay, so we're going to take this branch here, flowers, and we're going to, it's bigger than you think. Like, take a look. See? It says images at 80%. Okay, so we want this to go so. There. And we're going to stamp it in Memento. And this is a 2-step stamp, which means that there's going to be another stamp that fills it up. You know what? I have so much stuff in the way here. Okay, there we go. We're going to ink it up with Memento. Magnet is in the way. Give it a nice firm press. That's good. It doesn't have to be any darker than that. So now we're going to lay on, this is the stamp that does the flower. Now, do I have that wrong? I definitely do. Here we go. It's kind of weird that I'm doing it upside down. I'm sure you feel the same way. But I had to do that because if I did it the other way, this stamp would bump in, and that wouldn't be good. So we're going to ink that one up in Pool Party. The Stamparatus is perfect for this, where you can see exactly where it has to go. And if it's not dark enough, you can do a second layer. But I like that. I think it looks great. Now we're going to do the leaves, which are, let me see, here. And we'll do the leaves in, just there. Hopefully that's good. I'm kind of looking at it from the side a little bit. You guys are probably seeing, and you might be groaning saying, Jackie, you're doing it all wrong. But you know what? It doesn't have to be perfect. So Pear Pizzazz. This is also what's known as a distinctive stamp. So you're going to get shades of darker and lighter, which is really fun. And then the last one we're going to do here, that that's going to be in Petal Pink. At least that's what I've decided it's going to be in. And then again, you'll notice that every time I adjust, I put the paper back into the corner. Okay, so Petal Pink. Tap, tap. There. And now we're going to use the branch. I forget, I saw this somewhere online, that are using this as part of the, I'm just going to go like that. No, we're going to do it like this. So now I'm going to grab the branch from here. So that's this one. And it's going to go kind of like so. I've got the branches kind of crossing like that. Maybe it will go down a little bit more like so. There. Okay. And again with Memento. And then this one doesn't have a two-step stamp. So for this, we're going to use a, oh, that's pretty dark. That's okay. I'm going to use a blends to color it in. So we don't have a Pear Pizzazz blend, so I'm using light old olive. And I'm just go fairly quickly. Not going to worry too much. I was even thinking about using a blending brush and just smudging on some color. But we're doing this. And it just goes to show that you can use two different stamps and it works just fine. And, you know, for the branch, just do a little bit of coloring in here too. Okay, that looks good. And now we need to add our things for the birdhouses. And I don't think I'm going to use the Stamparatus, but there's one for the birdhouse that is on a pole, this one. And then this is the one for the ones that are hanging. So here's the little hanging guy. And here's the pole. Now maybe the pole I will use the Stamparatus for. Who knows, maybe both. Here. It's going to go like so. So we're building a nice, cute little scene here. And let's see. Well, let's do one at a time. Getting carried away. And we'll do that in soft suede. There. And little guy. We'll go here. It's going to hang from this branch. Now, it's the first time it went so well. Okay. There. And then one more. I should clean it first. I did not. I'm going to regret this, being lazy. Maybe not. There, tight into the corner. And one more. So I did end up using my Stamparatus. Did you know that with the Stamparatus you can actually stamp on your lap? It's quite exciting. Okay, so I just want to, I have to decide what I'm going to say on this one. I haven't decided yet, but take a peek here. That one goes up here. This one's going to go here. And this one's going to go here. So that kind of does depend on what words I'm going to use here. So I was going to, we could do welcome. I could do welcome. I could send this to my new team member. Welcome. Or if the team member has signed up again, I could do welcome back. But let's do welcome first. And I think we'll do it in navy. I'm putting all my stamps on my laptop. How bad is that? I haven't cleaned off a single one. This is not good. Okay. Oops. So I have my navy, inking that up. Welcome. And then welcome back. Yeah, you could do that, but I'm just going to leave welcome right now. And I did another one, and I did a big thanks. See? That's pretty cool too. And I think that is from Kind and Sincere. But let's not get distracted, Jackie. We're going to put this together now. Move this out of the way. I'm going to put that on the card front. Here. There we go. Turn it around. And I don't know if I'm going to like this one as much with the smaller words as I do with the big words. We're going to find out. And I'm not sure if I need to pop them or... Yeah, they're cute, aren't they? It looks so adorable. I'm quite happy with it, I have to say. Okay, I have to close a few ink pads. And then we're going to put those birdhouses on, and we have to do something in the inside as well. But first, the poppers. I'm being so cheap with my poppers. I should have maybe put 2 on this one, but I put only 1 on. And see, it just covers up that flower. Oh, that looks great, doesn't it? Now, I haven't decided if I should add some little birds or not. Let's see. See the little birdie? You could cut them out too and put them on the edge of your birdhouse. I haven't done that yet. And I kind of want those to be flat and this one popping out. I like that idea. So, there we go. I'm quite pleased with this. There. So if you are enjoying this video, please give me a thumbs up. YouTube notices these things. Give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment. And if you really liked it, share it. There's a share button underneath, and you can choose to share it to Pinterest. You can share it to Facebook. I'd be ever so grateful. Thank you so much. Okay, so we have that, and then I do have another piece for the inside, but I'm thinking I'm supposed to be stamping the rest of the stamps so you can see them all. Okay, so I've laid out the rest of the stamps on here, and we're going to stamp them, and then this is the stamp set that I used for the big thanks. So it works really well with all kinds of different occasions as well. But I do love these huge words. Okay, so let's press this all down. And you can see then I didn't bother stamping the birdhouses or the big branch or the pole that we've already used. But now you'll be able to see all the stamps in this set. And it's great for making scenes with birds and grass and flowers that you can use in combination with other stamps. Let's give it a good press. There. Another benefit to doing this is you can see which dies work well for cutting out your sayings if you want to put them on a die cut. So there's that. And what else did I want to show you? Okay, yes. Let's finish off the card. I cut out a tiny little bird. Look, there's the bird. And what you can do too when you do that is that you can position the bird and you think, okay, do I like him sitting somewhere else? We can stamp him, because once you stamp, like bird at the bottom of the feeder, that's always a good idea. That makes sense. You know, they sit at the bottom and eat the seed that's dropped off. But what I'm going to do, I could use a glue dot, but I'm going to just use a little daub of there. And it's just going to sit right on the edge of the feeder. And that way his tail's sticking out a little bit. Isn't that cute? You could add some gems if you want. I am not going to do so just yet. I kind of like it clean and simple. You can also add a little spatter. That is kind of a fun thing to do. Do I take a, this is the dark crumb cake. Okay, that'll work. Like so. And you take your bone folder and you give it a little, and then you get just a little speckle in here. That makes it look natural. It's not so stark white. Take a look. Can you see it? It's very subtle, but it looks really nice. Yeah, that was just the touch I needed. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed stamping through my stash with kind and sincere garden birdhouses and what was the last one? Goodness, I'm looking at it in Dutch. It's Lieve Bloemen in Dutch. Beautiful flowers, I think. The links will all be in the description underneath the YouTube description. There's usually it says show more ... Click on that and then the full description comes out, including links to shop with me. Okay, and I really hope you do. Thanks so much. I'm so glad you're here. Have a super day. Bye.